What starts as a typical neighbor dispute over noise and harassment is about to take a sharp turn into felony territory. We've got an older tenant accused of terrorizing a 70-year-old woman, a niece who took matters into her own hands, literally kicking his door in, and now a sudden allegation that a gun was pulled. The police have to sift through high emotions, conflicting stories, and a very bizarre definition of freedom of speech. Watch closely how the officers separate the parties to find the truth in a chaotic situation. Let's get into it.
My mom just moved in. He's been harassing her. He's been banging on her door. He's been saying my mom can go herself. I came to his door and I said, hey, I heard that you have something to say about my mom. Him and my boyfriend started arguing. He tried to close the door on me, so I did kick his door. And then he comes over here and he starts telling the police manager that we pulled the gun on him. I didn't pull a gun. I didn't think you have to call the police to hey, leave my mom alone. My aunt lives here too. I've heard stories about him.
You just went to confront him?
Yeah, I did, and I kicked his door.
Trying to knock you?
No, and I got mad and I kicked his door. I'm a nurse, he's a wheelchair. We know what we have to do.
Mr. Bob.
Right out of the gate, listen to how the neighbor, Bob, describes his interaction. He openly admits to telling the women to, well, you heard him. This is a crucial moment for the officer's assessment. While being rude isn't illegal, Bob's aggressive vulgarity sets a tone. It immediately paints him as the potential agitator, even if he is claiming to be the victim of a gun threat. The officer is letting him talk, which is smart. Suspects often hang themselves with their own words if you give them enough rope. Do you think Bob's language justifies the family's anger?
Mr. Bob.
A lady's niece came over here with her boyfriend and pulled a gun on me after a conversation. And I did one of these things of tapping on the window because I was going out with the aunt there. And I said, okay, well, tell her to get fucked.
You normally talk like that to women?
Yes.
Yeah? You tell them to go get fucked?
Yes.
That's super disrespectful, man.
Well, it's still free speech, okay?
Yeah, I understand that.
So don't teach me what I should be doing with a woman.
Sir, calm down.
Yeah, just relax, man. I'm being
Well,
cool.
then
I'm just
come at me like I have some rights.
Hey,
okay?
chill.
No, do you know what I'm
You're
saying?
gonna find out real quick,
Oh,
all right?
there you go.
You're gonna find out real quick.
Turn it on, I hope.
Maybe that language would have prevented this whole thing.
No, it wouldn't.
Because I don't talk to women like
They
that.
came up, well, that's you. And that's when her husband or boyfriend, had the gun like this.
Are you still in a relationship?
No, there's too much pressure from her for sexual favors, and I'm tired of it. When I came back out, that's when he did this again.
There's nothing to show that she kicked the door. There's nothing to show she punched the door. I mean, she admitted she kicked it, but...
And I got there and she said, I guess this guy is threatening my mom or has been knocking on my mom's window. She said, I heard you had something to say about my mom. And he goes, yeah, fuck your mom. And then both of us were just like, okay. So
he was over here.
I think I said some words to him. You said some words to him. Words were exchanged, of course, quite a bit.
And I kicked the door.
Yeah, she kicked the door. So I just went like this, just instinct. I went like this to act like I had something. And I was like, get the fuck back in your house, dude.
Yeah, that guy's an asshole. He started blowing up to me, too.
Yeah.
Really?
No,
Because I told him, because he straight up, I told her, go fuck herself. I was like, that's how you talk to women?
Seriously.
Yeah.
And he got so defensive.
My freedom of speech, I get it, but that's some fucking respect.
That's what he said.
Yeah.
I guess they're in the process of trying to evict him. And I
Yeah,
ignore
you
it.
claim you...
Here's the
your aunt-
admission. The woman admits to kicking the door. From a legal standpoint, this is risky. Even if Bob is a nightmare neighbor, kicking his door could constitute criminal mischief or vandalism, depending on the damage. However, she also describes Bob acting like he had a weapon. This is the reasonableness standard coming into play. If she genuinely believed he was retrieving a weapon, her aggressive posture changes from assault to defense. But notice how chaotic her story is. She's adrenaline dumping, jumping between the door kick and the harassment. The officer needs to slow this down.
Your aunt and him were in a sexual relationship.
Hey, you know what? Whatever. That's their business.
yeah.
And I told the leasing manager, I was like, if my aunt wants to hang with him and do whatever, that's between them.
So the aunt is friends with him, I mean.
Yeah.
I don't even know. I'm surprised. I know he's been upset with me because they raised the rent.
So there's two parties in here.
Hi. He called on me and my boyfriend, the guy in the red shirt. So I don't know who you want to...
Okay, what happened?
So my mom just moved in here and
Procedural breakdown. The officers have separated the parties. This is Investigation 101. If you let people shout over each other, you get noise, not facts. By isolating the woman, the officer can get a clean statement without Bob interrupting. She mentions he drinks a lot of drugs, which is a confused phrase, but tells the officers substance abuse might be a factor. She is building a character profile of Bob as unstable. This helps the police determine credibility. Who is a reliable narrator here, the nurse-realtor couple or the erratic neighbor?
he's been harassing her. He's been banging on her door, bothering her, and he drinks a lot, he's a drunk, and the apartments have been having problems with him too, and so...
And who's him?
Bob, some guy named Bob.
The dude in the red shirt over there?
Yeah. Okay. So we've had problems with him in the past, and so my mom came home, I brought her back from the doctor's appointment, And so he's been saying my mom can go fuck herself. My mom's 70 years old lady. So I came to his door and I said, hey, I heard that you have something to say about my mom. And he's like, yeah, your mom can go fuck herself, fuck you, blah, blah, blah. I don't know if I caught him on a bad day, if he's drunk or what. And then, so he started arguing. I brought my boyfriend with me. So then he goes in there and he pulls out like a little black bag. I don't know if it was like a flashlight. He started pulling out something. Him and my boyfriend started arguing.
Okay.
And then he tried to close the door on me. So I did kick his door. And I admit that I kicked his door. Mm-hmm. So then I told him, I said, you know what? I'm just going to go to the leasing office and explain to the manager that you're bothering my mom. Like you won't leave her alone.
Sure.
And so I was talking to the manager right now to explain to her what happened. And then he comes over here and he starts telling the leasing manager that we pulled the gun on him. We don't have a gun. I didn't pull a gun.
The stakes just went through the roof. We moved from a harassment call to a brandishing a firearm allegation. Bob claims the boyfriend pulled the gun. This is why the officers aren't just telling everyone to go home yet. If there's a firearm involved, they have a duty to investigate to ensure public safety. However, notice the woman's reaction. She is adamant they don't have a gun. Her denial seems genuine, but body language can be tricky. If the police find a gun on the boyfriend later, her credibility hits zero. Would you trust her denial here?
I don't know what his problem is. A lot of people are having problems with him right now. He gets drunk a lot. I don't know if he's drunk right now. So I told him, I said, I'll wait right here. You guys can check me. You can check. I told the leasing manager, I said, I'm just explaining to you what happened. Sure. And I'll wait right here. I said, go ahead and call the police. I just came to tell you, leave my mom alone. Stop harassing her. She's 70 years old. She has no issues. We don't want problems. She just moved in. And so this is where we're at.
Sure. You said your mom just moved in?
My mom just moved in, like a month ago. And so, like, he comes over here, he gets upset, and he said that we pulled the gun on him. And I'm like, I told him, I think he got upset because I told him, I said, I don't know if you're drunk right now, like, I don't know what the fucking problem is. I was like, but, like, you can call the police, like, call them. We're not doing anything wrong, so here we are.
What's your name?
Nadine Chavez.
You're gonna have to spell that one out for me.
Nadien. And I'm a nurse in town. My boyfriend's a realtor. Like, we're not fucking idiots. Like, I'm not gonna come here and do that. And so I don't know what his deal is. I don't know what his deal has been lately, but he's been on a roll.
You said this is not the first time, but multiple times.
Well, I think within the last week, he has been going up to my mom's window and just like knocking on it, and then leaving, and then knocking on it and leaving. And so he admitted to the other neighbors that he's doing that, and his response is like, she can just go fuck herself. I'm like, why are you being like this?
Your mom hasn't placed any reports or has called on him?
No, because this just happened, and it was just knocking on the window. That's all it was. And so we didn't really think that we had to report. And then so instead, maybe I didn't think you have to call the police to like, hey, leave my mom alone. That's all I'm telling you. All I'm telling you is leave her alone. We don't want any problems. I just explained it to him, and he went off. And then they started arguing. I came to the leasing office telling me that he's been having a lot of issues here too, and that they're thinking of evicting him and all this stuff. But I've known that. Yes. I've known that he's had, like, I've heard from other tenants, because my aunt lives here too. She's lived here for a while. I've heard stories about him. So
it's just like an ongoing issue.
It's like an ongoing issue. And then so she told me to make a statement to fill out a paper, because I don't know if they're in the process of maybe getting ready to evict him, but he has like...
There's something
up.
Okay, we'll go ahead and definitely talk to him. So that's what you said, you just went to confront him?
Yeah, I did, and I kicked his door. And then like,
trying to knock you or like he was gonna close it?
Because he was like closing it on me when I was telling him like, hey, leave my mom alone. He's like, fuck you, fuck yourself, blah blah blah. And I got mad and I kicked his door, like, and that's all I did. That's all I did. And maybe I shouldn't have kicked his door, but I was mad. Sorry.
Did it cause any damage to it?
No.
Okay.
But maybe I will. Maybe I'll just start filing, probably whenever he does something like this, let's just call you guys.
Yeah, for that it'd be better, because from that we can actually try to get him on harassment.
Okay, yeah.
Type of deal, because for harassment it has to be more than one, so it has to be a multiple, it has to be a pattern.
Okay, so it's been twice already that he's done that. And then when he was sitting outside yesterday, and my mom was going up to visit my aunt, because they live on the same floor, him and her, and my mom heard him saying, oh yeah, that's her, and I'm like, leave her alone. Like, she's 7. Leave her the fuck alone.
We'll let him know. No, we'll let him know for sure.
I said, and if any other issues come up, go ahead and we'll report it. That way you can like actually have like paper trail that can help back up your mom.
Well, the part that
him.
like bothers me about this is that he's saying that we pulled a gun on him. Like, my boyfriend's a realtor and telling me, why the fuck would we do that?
Is your boyfriend still there?
No, he left. He has a showing. I told him, I said, you need to go and calm down, because they started arguing, and he pulled out this little black pack. He pulled out like this little black thing, and so we all started arguing, and I said, you know what? I'm gonna go talk to the leasing office. I'm gonna call the police. Go ahead.
Like that's
Yeah. My like I said, not that it matters, but like, I'm a nurse, he's a realtor, like we know what we have to do. Like, we know that we're not, like, that's not okay. So
we have stuff to lose.
We have stuff to lose. We have family, he has business, I have a job, like, what the fuck is his problem? And then it just gets crazy. So I told him, I said, I'm coming to the leasing office, call the police, I'll be right here. Go ahead.
Okay. We're gonna go and talk to him, see what's going on. Okay, man?
I'll just wait here?
Yes.
Okay. I'll be inside.
Yes, no, that's fine. You can go ahead.
To me. Thank you.
So sweet, Bob.
What's that?
Sir Bob.
Yeah. Mr. Bob.
There's Bob. Hello. What's going on, sir?
Well, for me, it's the fact that a lady's niece came over here with her boyfriend and pulled a gun on me after a conversation. That's what's going on.
Okay.
And I'm livid.
Now we switch to Bob. Watch his demeanor compared to the woman. He's calmer, but his story is odd. He admits to tapping on the window of the mother. In many jurisdictions, repeated unwanted contact like tapping on a window, especially after being told to stop, fits the elements of stalking or harassment. Bob thinks he's explaining away his behavior, but he's actually confessing to the underlying conflict. He's validating the niece's motive for coming over in the first place. He's digging a hole, but he thinks he's holding the shovel.
Got that adrenaline going, but she's denying that he had a gun or anything, doesn't know where he is. Well, her mom is living in the bottom floor there, and her aunt is up there on the top floor. So, somehow or another, I hope you can drill down on who her boyfriend is, and I'll bet you'll find out he's got a gun. I think it was a .45.
Okay. So how did that happen? Why did she go to you, or how did all this take place?
They came up, I forget when I had a couple of days ago, and I did one of these things of tapping on the window, because it was her, I was going out with the aunt. And a day or two later, she goes, my sister doesn't want you doing that. It really disturbed her. And I said, okay, well, tell her to get fucked. You know, that was all out of, you know.
So you were tapping on her window?
Yeah, but I mean, it was like this.
Talk like that to women?
Yes.
Yeah? You tell them to go get fucked?
Yes.
This is the classic YouTube lawyer moment. Bob claims his vulgar comments are free speech. Let's clarify this. The First Amendment protects you from the government, not from consequences with your neighbors. Furthermore, there's a legal concept called fighting words, speech used to incite an immediate breach of the peace. Telling someone to get F to their face during a heated argument isn't exactly protected discourse in a private dispute. It's an escalation. The officer is trying to de-escalate, asking Bob to be respectful, but Bob is doubling down on his right to be offensive.
That's super disrespectful, man.
Well, it's still free speech, okay?
Yeah, I understand that.
So don't teach me what I should be doing with a woman.
Sir, calm down.
Yeah, just relax, man. I'm being cool.
Well, then come at me like I have some rights.
Hey,
okay?
Chill.
No, do you know what I'm saying?
You're going to find out real quick.
Oh, right? There you go.
You're going to find out real quick.
Turn it on, I hope.
It is on.
Okay.
All I'm saying is, maybe that language would have prevented this whole thing.
No, it wouldn't.
Because I don't talk to women like that.
They came up, well, that's you. But they came up loaded for bear.
Loaded for bear?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Angry.
Okay.
You know, so she goes, you have an issue with my mom? And I said, no. And she goes, I said, I told your aunt to tell her that. And now you guys can get the fuck off of my patio, my front door.
Okay, so where in reference do you live? Where does the aunt live? Where does the mom live?
Let's go. Do you want to come upstairs?
Yeah, absolutely.
You said you going out with the aunt? Oh, you can keep
with the sister.
Okay. So the sister and it's the okay.
And her sister, I don't know what, but I can tell you this is that that young lady was lying to the manager. I came in on that. She kicked the door.
This one right there in front?
out. When I turned around, I said, just get the fuck off my property, and I shut the door, and it was a boom or a kick.
Did you catch that contradiction? This is the detective moment. Earlier, Bob implied he saw the gun when he opened the door immediately. Now he says he went inside, shut the door, she kicked it, he came back out, and then the boyfriend pulled the gun. His timeline is shifting. Inconsistencies like this are red flags for officers. If the gun threat was the primary event, the details usually stick in your memory. When the sequence of events changes, it suggests he might be fabricating or embellishing the threat to get the other party in trouble.
Okay.
And then I came out again, and that's when her husband or boyfriend, had the gun like this.
You didn't have anything in your hands?
No.
No?
He knew I was going in. He suspected I was going in for something. And this is the girl that came up, her mom, and that woman are sisters.
Okay.
So do you want to come up to my place?
Are you still in a relationship or you still?
No, there's too much pressure from her for sexual favors, and I'm tired of it. So do you want to come upstairs?
Yeah, we want to see if there's any damage to your door.
I want to pursue this as far as possible with a complaint against that guy with the gun.
Okay. That's how it went down. And he just came knocking. You were at your...
Yeah, I was watching my computer, watching a program.
Did you hear what she mentioned? The girl that confronted you?
They opened the door and said, "You got a problem with my mother?" Right off the bat. And I said, "No." It's a metal door, so... Are you dog friendly? This is
yes,
safe,
that's
but
fine.
she's good.
Okay, I'm just trying to see if there's any damage to the door, sir. Said it was a kick. Okay.
How many times did she kick it?
One big one.
One big one?
Yeah. There's a shoe mark right there.
Well, see, that's all right there, and then it's also right there.
Oh, well then that's for my bike, I think.
Oh, yeah, it looks like my tires are right, the tread.
But I don't push the door open with my bike, so...
They are inspecting the physical evidence. There's a shoe print on the board. This corroborates the woman's story that she kicked it, but remember, she already admitted to that. The lack of significant structural damage is good news for her. It keeps this from being a serious property damage charge. But look at Bob's reaction. He's almost disappointed there isn't more damage. He wants them arrested. This reinforces the theory that Bob is using the police as a weapon against his neighbors rather than actually fearing for his safety.
But I don't think there's any damage.
Okay.
If you don't mind. So, yeah. So, if she kicked it, it would leave like a little...
Well, then she pounded on it.
The one. Did you get that photo? Yeah, I've heard him looking for those. Okay. My guy's gonna have a 40 for
Okay, sir. So here's the thing. I know how things were heated. It was just a verbal. I'm not nobody to tell you. I know you have your freedom of speech, but it could probably be avoided if you speak a little bit kinder, nicer to...
I don't need directives. We had a man pull a gun on me. Take care of that.
We're going to investigate that, Sir Harassed. This is an ongoing investigation. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm speaking to every single one, gathering all the stories, but I'm also giving...
The officer is hitting Bob with the police dad talk. It could have been avoided. This is a soft reprimand. The officer knows Bob is the instigator here, even if he can't prove a crime yet. He's trying to appeal to Bob's logic to prevent a callback in 2 hours. But listen to Bob's refusal to accept responsibility. He deflects immediately. This tells the officer that a simple warning won't work. This is a chronic issue. When you have a neighbor who refuses to de-escalate, your only option is documentation. Document every single interaction.
word of advice. I'm just saying it could have been avoided.
Thank you.
It could have been avoided. Just make sure.
Well, I mean, it could have been avoided if I didn't do this either. You know, they're very quiet. I've often said, how come you don't interact with your sister? And I told her, I got to get a sip of water. You want a water?
No, we're fine. What's the name of your puppy?
That is Cinco. And I have another one of my friends walking. It's Piper.
Okay. I said, we're going to try to find out because the boyfriend's not here. We're trying to figure out.
No, he drove off right away. That's why.
Okay.
You know what kind of car?
It was white, and I want to say something like a little Kia, something like that. I tried to get my camera, but I was shaking so bad I couldn't turn it on. But no, he sped off.
Okay, a white Kia.
Huh?
A white Kia?
I think a Kia. I don't know for sure. But he was over here the whole time I was talking to the girl. I don't even know her name, but when I came back out, that's when he did this again. You know? Not again, for the first time.
So then you were just in the doorway right there?
This is where I was having a conversation with her. I said, and I repeated what I said to Sandy to tell her mother.
Okay.
So this woman on here had to embellish it or something to send these two kids up here like they're going to pay me back, you know? I told them exactly what happened, and I said, now you can get the fuck off of this porch. Get away from me.
Maybe we're going to definitely also go talk to her. I mean, she should have been a little bit more.
With an incident number on it?
Should have been a little bit more civil, better way to.
Yeah, oh no, I was like, I was going to be paid back. That's what I got. Distinct impression was from, oh, you said that to my mom? Okay. You know, she said, do you have an issue with my mom? And I said, no, I don't. And if you must know, the F word is part of my vocabulary. I'm sorry.
That's fine. 92 Central, 77 to 2.
So go ahead and write your case number and your time on the top, so you don't have to go back to your unit and get it. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
There's a chance for the case number to right there. Sure. Did anybody see this altercation?
I have no idea. I have no idea.
Do you know if they have cameras maybe anywhere in the...
I heard there's one like right down there in that corner, but I don't
This
know.
all happened, and it all happened up here, huh?
No.
92 Central.
I mean, it was totally out of the blue.
Yeah.
Nothing for 2 or 3 days from
92?
the sister. If she was offended or anything, or if this
Can I get a case
sister would
number?
come down and talk to me.
What's up, Cinco?
The guy that got her. I used to have an ankle bracelet business in San Diego, drug testing, alcohol. And,
Like a scram bracelet?
yes.
Yeah.
We also did a video, a camera where you blow in a tube too. We had that one. But he went and he thought he was getting one like my other one that's out here. And he said,
Here's the case number,
thank
okay?
you, miss. But he went to the Humane Society and all he had is $5 and he said, I want the dog. That's why her name's Cinco.
Ah, makes sense.
Okay. Hi, Mom.
All right, so where do we go from
You
here?
got all this for you now?
No, I'm gonna get a 49 right now. For right now, I'm just gonna get your basic information. I got your side of the story, sir. So we're still investigating.
You want my license or ID card?
That would help. Yeah, it'll speed up the process there, sir. Mr. Robert. Okay.
I'm gonna go by Bob.
Where did that come from?
I never liked the name Bobby that everyone called me, and I said, I'm just gonna call myself Bob, but
So it went from people calling you
Bobby.
Bobby to
Blonde hair and freckles. Now it's gray hair and moles.
That's interesting, and people just picked up on it. Okay, they're like, all right, we'll call you Bob. And that's all you said whenever you saw, just a question, I know you said you just turned around, and all you saw was black of it, and then after that, did you just
No, I saw the
closing the
full
door?
face of the gun.
Saw it.
Well, if I can recall correctly, I mean, it was one of these things that let me know that he's sporting a
So
weapon.
he was just holding, did he ever
Like
point
this.
it at you?
No,
No? So he just like showed
just
it?
wanted to let me know, brandished it.
Okay.
Are you going to be able to track him down?
Yeah, she's cooperating with us, so we got all that information.
And at any point were you frightened?
Bob is demonstrating the gun pull motion. He claims the boyfriend reached behind his back. But here's the problem. Bob says he opened the door again to confront them. If someone just kicked your door and you fear they have a weapon, do you open the door to continue the argument? No, you lock it and call 911. Bob's actions, re-engaging the threat, contradict his claim of being in fear for his life. This behavior screams aggressor, not victim. The officer is picking up on this illogical tactical decision.
Not until he reached behind his back.
So he reached, so you
I can take care of myself, but you know, when I said, just get the fuck away from my property, go now. And then I slammed the door, I shut the door, and she did whatever she did to make that noise, and I opened it back up, and that's when he went behind his back and pulled it out.
Okay, so the door had already completely shut, and you just opened it again because, of course, she
Well, it was shut when
she hit it or kicked it.
Yeah.
Then you opened the door, and that's whenever...
Yeah, I opened it again, and they were starting to walk away, and he turned around and twisted around and had the gun.
When you were walking away, but at the beginning of this, you said that he was facing...
I didn't know he was there.
Yes, but you're saying he was facing this way. But now you're telling me that he turned around? How's that?
He was there the whole time while she was at the doorway.
Correct.
All right, so when I tell him to bail out of here, get the fuck out of here, that's when she did the
hitting,
door
yes.
thing, and I opened it back up and stepped out, and that's when he turned around and had.
Okay, I'm asking just how he said. At the beginning, you said he brandished it here, and now you're telling me that they were walking away, and then he showed.
Well, he had to walk away after he did that, because I said, I'm calling the police on you.
Of course. So, but which one happened first? Because I'm saying you were.
He was here out of sight for most of the conversation with the woman.
Correct.
Okay, so then she did the door thing,
yes.
And I opened it back up, and he turned around. He had started to walk away and turned around with the pistol.
Okay. Just make sure I have it all right, sir.
I don't know how you guys do your job.
As far as what?
Just the stress.
Nah.
It's okay.
One call at a time. One day at a time.
One nightmare at a time.
Sometimes, yes.
And there it is. The creepy factor just went off the charts. Bob starts talking about the sister and sexual favors. This is completely irrelevant to the gun incident, but highly relevant to his character. It supports the family's claim that he is harassing the women in the complex. He sounds delusional and predatory. Credibility is a currency in police interactions, and Bob just spent the last of his. At this point, the officer is likely just humorizing him to finish the report, but he doesn't believe a word coming out of Bob's mouth.
You know, and her sister has borrowed money from me, coffee, always comes over and is suggestive about sexual activity, you know. And I never thought in my life I would say no, but, you know, it's like...
Too much?
Yeah.
Okay, here you go, sir. Okay, so we're going to go try to gather information, figure that out. As far as that, once he brandished the gun, you said? How did that make you feel aside from... what did you do next, and how did that make you feel?
Well, I pulled back and went to get my phone to call you guys. Okay. And also... I wanted to see if I could catch a license plate because I didn't know if they went the elevator or what. So I saw her walking that way and him getting in the car and driving.
Okay.
And I couldn't get the plate. I just couldn't get my camera activated. I was too nervous.
Okay, so...
But I wasn't, how should I say this? I've had a gun pulled on me before, but that was because I was a restaurant manager, so it was potential robbery. But here, I was totally shocked that he would come over with a gun in his waistband and confront me over some vulgar language I said to his mother-in-law or his girlfriend's mother, whatever she is.
You said you felt shocked?
Yes.
Okay.
Like, what the hell? How did this go this way? You know? And I asked him to leave, get away. take it up some other time. I said, go down and talk to the manager if you feel I was out of line.
Yes, sir. Okay. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna try to get that. Get the rest of the information from the young lady. Okay. You have the case number.
And what are my opportunities to pursue this?
So we're trying to. There's no damage to your front door.
Yeah. No, it was just
potential charges. I mean, if we can confirm that the gentleman had I mean, it's hearsay, therersay. So we need a valid proof. I mean, evidence that
how about
brandished
proving
a gun.
whether or not he's got a gun?
I'm gonna go. How I said, I'm gonna go continue my investigation.
And then
figure out
you
if he
can
has a
show
gun.
me 3 or 4 different pistols, and I can tell you which one he had.
Okay. I said we need to confirm that. If we do confirm that, sir, we can potentially go for assault with a deadly weapon, how I said, but as of now, we don't have any of that. I still need to gather that information from that gentleman, okay?
Okay, because if I can pursue assault with a deadly weapon, I'm going to do it.
Sounds good, sir. Also, so my word of advice, just letting you know, try to stay away from those, that lady and that one over there.
What is that?
No, we're gonna advise them the same. Stay away from you.
Well, they should be banished from the property.
So we're gonna tell both you just stay away so there's no further conflict. Okay, sir? I was said
Hey, buddy. I'm sorry for jumping in right away.
Don't worry.
Thank you, miss.
You're not the first. You're not gonna be the last.
All right, be safe.
Bye, Cinco.
We'll be down there, sir.
Come on, Cinco. That other one is mine.
Oh, no. I'm gonna talk to the boyfriend now.
What are you feeling right now?
Honestly, I don't think this bullshit.
Pretty much is how I feel too. There's nothing to show that she kicked the door. There's nothing to show she punched the door. Like even just something such as this
She doesn't.
created dust mark. You know. I mean, she admitted she kicked it, but
Not with probably a force of speech. I mean, kind of like our knocks too. It can be like a pop, pop.
yeah.
The gun, I mean, he kept changing his stories like, oh, well, he brandished it in front
Yeah.
and he was walking away. I was like, okay.
Yeah, that's good investigation too, because you can call them out. You know what I mean? You tell me this, but now you tell me that. Like, which one is it? You know what I mean? So, it's good as far as that.
I mean,
it is sketch that the boyfriend didn't stick around. Yeah, but
that's why, I mean, even if I can just get a number, talk to him, see his side, because he was just a standby, kind of, it's not an independent witness, but it's a witness before he actually, whatever happened.
pretty good.
Hello, sir.
It's nice seeing you too, sir. Well, we're investigating something, so we'll get with you in a little bit, all right?
You take care. Yeah, y'all be careful now.
Oh, yes, ma'am, we will. Thank you.
Have a good one.
But yeah, I'm feeling the same as you. I mean, it is sketchy that he didn't stick around, but... And we'll see what management says too, see if he is a nuisance.
He usually sticks around just doing no bueno stuff. Is that the boyfriend?
Hi, this is my fiance, Levi.
Yes.
This is
Hello.
the
How you guys doing?
Okay.
How you doing?
Good.
Hi.
So can you walk us through what happened? I know she
Sure.
told us. I
Yeah.
just want to hear your side.
So I'll start from the beginning. Whenever I called her to come home from lunch, she was
Now
just
we get the boyfriend's perspective. He is calm, rational, and provides a plausible alternative. It wasn't a gun, it was a hand gesture or a phone. Notice the details. He mentions the dogs running out, the specific verbal exchange. It matches the woman's story perfectly. When 2 independent witnesses, the couple, have a consistent story and the third party, Bob, has a shifting timeline and creepy tangents, the police know who to believe. The boyfriend's demeanor suggests he has nothing to hide.
lunch. She was just saying that she was a little upset with somebody. So I said, okay, I'll come home and we'll talk it out. And I got there and she said, I guess this guy is like threatening my mom or has been knocking on my mom's window. And I've heard stories about him before from her aunt. So I was like, okay. I said, well, if you want to go over there and tell him, just like knock it off, leave us alone, leave our family alone, then, that's fine. Yeah. So we go over there and I honestly did not expect it to escalate that fast. So she knocked and she said, hey, Bob. He said, hey, the dog's right outside. And she said, I heard you had something to say about my mom. And he goes, yeah, fuck your mom. And then both of us were just like, okay.
Were you standing next to each other? Or
I was. So
He was over here.
and I was on this side.
And the door's, like, right
when
here.
he said fuck your mom, I like stepped into the frame, and he was just like, he just looked at me, and he was like, fuck you guys too, and blah blah blah. And then I think I said some words to him. You said some words to him. So then, what scared me was he, like, after he slammed the door, words were exchanged, of course, quite a bit.
And I kicked the door.
Yeah, she kicked the door. And then as soon as she kicked the door, he opened the door, the two dogs ran out, and then I see him, like, go into his kitchen really fast. So I was like, oh, fuck. Like, something's going to happen. And then we stood back, and I was telling the dog, like, go back in, go back in. And then he came out with, like, a big stick, something black. So I just went like this, just instinct. I went like this, attacked like I had something, and I was like, get the fuck back in your house, dude. And he said, fuck you, I'm going to say that you pulled a gun on me. I said, get back in your house. And he's like, fuck you, fuck you. And then we just left. Yeah.
Okay. And then I came here, and then I was in there with the leasing manager, and she even saw him coming up, like, just raging at the door.
We'll go ahead and that's good. We'll go ahead and talk to them as well. After that, and then you took off. What happened, sir? Because I know you.
Oh yeah, I have showings. So yeah, I just went to get my Lexus because I have showings up in Talavera.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'll just get your basic information as well, and then I'll go ahead and talk inside.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that guy's an asshole. He started blowing up to me too.
Yeah.
Really?
No,
Yeah, because I told him, because he straight up, I told her go fuck herself. I was like, that's how you talk to women?
Seriously.
Yeah.
He got so defensive.
Oh yeah,
My freedom of speech, like, I get it, but have some fucking respect.
That's what he said.
Yeah.
Fred, you guys can continue your conversation.
Sorry,
I won't bother you. No, you're fine.
Well, I was in there, and then, so the manager told me, she's like, write a statement, because I guess they're in the process of trying to evict him. And then the maintenance guy's in there, and then they were telling me right now that they've been having issues with him, that he's knocking on people's windows, and that other ladies are complaining. And I told him, I said, my mom lives by herself. She just moved out from living with us. This is her first time living on her own. She's a vulnerable older lady. What is he going to take advantage of these old people and just start?
The leasing office and maintenance staff are the tiebreakers here. They confirm Bob is a known nuisance who knocks on windows and harasses people. This is third-party corroboration. It validates the mother's initial complaint and proves this wasn't an isolated incident. This changes the police perspective from mutual combatants to Bob is the problem. While they might not have enough to arrest Bob for harassment today due to lack of prior reports, this establishes a paper trail that will be crucial for his eventual eviction.
Yeah.
Bugging them?
Seems like he just thinks he's the alpha.
Oh, for sure.
Of this little facility.
Yeah.
That was
and
on.
then, he's just sorry. I'm just like
Scared the
mad
shit
because
out of
I'm like, I know, he said, but I told Lisa, I said, my aunt lives 2 doors down from him, and whenever I go and refill my aunt's medications and take her to appointments, sometimes I'll be there, and I can smell the alcohol, and he'll come, like, banging on the door, where's Sandy? Where's Sandy? And I told him, I said, back up, like, you don't have to come into the apartment, like, stay in your lane, like, you don't have to, like, I think he thinks he's just, like run.
He can run.
He said like nasty stuff to her before too.
He's made like perverted comments to me, and I ignore it.
You claim your aunt and him were in a sexual relationship.
Hey, you know what? Whatever. That's their business. Yeah. And I told the leasing manager, I was like, if my aunt wants to hang with him and do whatever, that's between them. My aunt has complained about him just being rude and disrespectful, but it's her choice.
Yeah.
He's not knocking on her window. He's bugging my mom, who has nothing to do with him. So my aunt, that's on her.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I didn't even bring up my aunt because I'm like, you guys are the ones that hang out, like,
So the aunt is like friends with him. I mean,
yeah.
The relationship is irrelevant, but
it's irrelevant to this because I'm like, that's.
It just it bugs you that it's like it's your mom. She has nothing to do with. She's like
she's getting harassed.
Yeah, exactly.
But I came expecting, because I've heard stories about him so much, I came expecting like this little old like frail man, and then when he opened the door, I was like, oh shit.
Right away, he's just like,
I was like, this is a different story.
And then he started whistling at some guy to come down, and they were telling me that him and this other old man have been like hanging out together, and so when my mom walks outside now, they sit out there, and my mom hears them say like, oh, that's her. I'm like, why? What's the point?
There's no point.
There's no point in like saying stuff like that to her.
Yeah.
But I mean, you guys can follow up with. We're here.
Yeah, we're just trying to gather everything.
Sure.
Just the same advice you gave me. Told him just stay away from.
Okay.
Your tia, your aunt, your mom. He says he's gonna stay away. But as I mentioned before, if anything does come to where he keeps bothering, harassing them, don't bother to just go ahead and give us a call.
Yeah.
That way we can keep filing reports, and if it keeps adding up, I mean, we have something on him so we can actually charge him.
Yeah, I was talking to my mom right now, and I told her, I said, when we leave right now, I said, if he comes up to your door, I said, don't answer your door. If he comes up to your door, if he starts bothering you, I said, don't answer your door, just call the police.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because...
Yeah, I think we would have called you first if I would have
known he was going to get that crazy, I would have...
Definitely.
I would have been
route.
but he's... It is what it is.
Yeah.
I think he's in a senior citizen retirement center that he'd be kind of
I know.
chill and mellow and be able to have a civil
now
conversation.
I'm nervous because
I feel
now I'm like, should I tell my mom to come stay with us or something? Because is he gonna try to? Because he drinks a lot and he gets
you can smell the alcohol. Which
See, I'm like, I told
right
you, so I was like, I think he's drunk right now.
Okay.
I think
that makes sense.
But I mean, I don't know. He kind of makes me nervous that like he might just take it to the next level if he's really. I don't know. Maybe I should just tell my mom to come over.
I mean, we'll let you guys decide that. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and talk to her.
Yeah,
sure.
Thank you. Sorry.
No, you're fine.
Can we leave? I have to go to showings.
Let me just get your number just in case if anything pops. As soon as it goes straight to voicemail, just a heads up.
Okay.
Thank you guys. Sorry
Thank
about this.
Thank you.
You guys have a better day.
Oh, we got a crowd here.
It's our lunch hour.
Okay. Who witnessed it?
Nobody witnessed it.
But do you have
I'm the manager.
You're the manager? Okay, I can talk to you now. Sorry to bother you in your lunchtime.
That's okay. I just wait till the last minute before you guys can come in. Because trust me, some of these people, it's like babysitting.
And you think that we all grown, huh?
Yeah.
Just ease and peace, but
old as we all are. What can I do?
Okay, so I'm sure, you're aware of what was... Can you explain to me what's going on?
I didn't know that this was going on, that he was...
But do you have other complaints regarding him?
Yeah. I just started last week. This one lady that's on the same floor as him, I think she's his neighbor. And she's been complaining. To the right.
To the right. Okay.
Yeah.
Just nearby?
Oh yeah, it's just right next door. On the same floor too.
Okay.
So she's been complaining about him too, about him making noises and making a lot of noises, but I just told her just write a complaint, just write it down and I'll put it in the files, but she hasn't yet, so
okay.
I don't know if she's willing to complain.
So it's just complaining.
But this is the first time that I hear that he's knocking on windows.
Okay.
But maintenance just told me that he knocks on other people's windows too. Why he does that,
and this is from maintenance that they've actually seen him?
I don't know if he saw him. Yeah, you can ask him. He's right there.
Okay,
so.
I'll ask him. Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out so you get the whole picture of what's going on, either with him.
I don't even know. I'm surprised. I know he's been upset with me because they raised the rent.
Okay.
And he comes in here, telling me and why are they doing it? It's not right and blah blah blah.
Yeah, just
just venting. Just like spilling whatever it's called. And I just tell him, I tell him until he calms down and he leaves. But I didn't know that they were having problems.
Okay. No, and that's, as long as you said just the lady next door, the neighbor was just having problems with him. There's a lot of noise. Okay, and then I'll just talk to maintenance and see what they see sometimes. Okay. Can I just get your name out?
My name is...
Can you spell your last name for sure?
SCH. If you need me for anything, let me know. Like I was telling the young lady, that to bring me the police report so I can put it in the files.
No, yes. So I said there'll definitely be a report. I already notified them and the courses of action they can take and otherwise. But the maintenance man is, what's his name?
Paul.
Paul? Do you know his last name? Paul? Can I talk to you real quick?
Yes, ma'am.
Just regarding, she made some statements that what do you know about Robert?
Who's Robert?
Well, that guy you call Bobby.
Him? He makes a lot of comments.
Just around while he's just walking?
Yeah, walking, and he likes to knock on other people's windows for some odd reason.
So he just knocks on people's windows?
And then walks away and then starts talking crap.
Oh, so you've seen him?
I've only heard stories, but I've never
seen him?
Never seen him do it. But as far as talking crap? I've had.
Oh, you've had him? Okay.
I have. Excuse me. Info from something.
Info for what? Well, thank you. I said we just wanted to see what's going on, and we've heard that you've heard a scene, but
I've
just heard.
heard, and then I've heard people, talking a lot of mess about it, but I never seen it in person.
Correct.
You know what I mean?
Alright.
But like they've always told me about it, but I've never actually even.
Like, seen it, just heard all the trash talking. Alright, well, sorry about that. I mean, you can try to block him if that's what
I already did. I just left it. That was weird because I just left his apartment probably about an hour before. And he was just all all calm and cool. And then I come back from lunch, or I'm coming to get my.
I see.
And this happened. I'm like, what the hell are these things?
So, how does this end? No arrests. Here's why. It's a he said, she said regarding the gun. No gun was found, and the story's conflicted. The police cannot arrest a boyfriend based solely on the word of an unreliable witness like Bob. However, the police did their job by documenting the incident. Bob is now on the radar, the management is moving toward eviction, and the family has a paper trail. The takeaway? If you have a neighbor like Bob, don't kick his door, record him. Cameras win court cases, emotions lose them. If you enjoyed this breakdown of complex police interactions, smash that like button. Let me know in the comments if you would have kicked Bob's door, and subscribe for more raw body cam analysis every week.